I'll patrol the stairs. Okay, then I'll keep an eye on the hallway. Let's keep an eye on each other. Yeah, call me if anything happens. Nightheart, should we wake everyone up now? That's right, I'll start with Lady Aerith in the back room. Okay, I'll wake Fee.
Good morning. It's morning, so could you please wake up now? Fee, wake up!
You're too noisy. Can't you be quiet, at least in the morning?
I'm sorry. No matter how much I called out to you, Fee, wake up.
Wait a moment, I have a bad feeling. Try opening the door right away.
Yes? Understood. Fee, I'm going to break down the door now. Is that okay? Oh dear.
This is just like what happened with that mercenary.
You caught me off guard.
Weren't you two on patrol?
Of course we did, and it was no problem at all.
They weren't here to assassinate us, so personal security was pointless. Both this girl and the mercenary died from magic. It could have been done from a short distance away.
Really? We were patrolling the area around the second floor of the East Wing, but so that wasn't enough?
That's true, but with such powerful magic, it would be difficult to activate from a distance. First floor. The first floor of the East Wing, perhaps.
First floor? Is murder possible from that distance?
I've never seen magic like that before, but I think it's possible.
I understand. Let's investigate right away. This is the first time I'm exploring without knowing what we'll find.
Don't complain. Emilia says this is the most likely possibility.
If we'd only known their methods, this wouldn't have happened. There's no other way. Let's find some traces quickly.
There it is.
Amelia, did you find something?
Yes, this.
Something burnt?
Burning. That's a catalyst. The thing written on the ground is a magic circle.
So what does it mean if this is here?
Okay, I'll explain now. From reading this magic circle, it seems to have the effect of killing targets within 10 meters. The ceiling of this mansion is high, but here it just barely fits within 10 meters.
Just barely here? I see. So this warehouse is directly below Fee's room.
That mercenary was probably killed in a similar way. If we search the room below his, we should find the same thing.
Okay, I'll go look for it. Aerith was just as you said. I found the same traces in the room directly below guard.
That confirms it. He was only on guard around himself. It's pointless. It's not impossible that they could attack from the rooms below or from the roof.
With this barrier surrounding the mansion, it's hard to imagine them attacking from the garden or roof.
Yeah, I guess. I was just saying that because it's not impossible.
In that case, if we set up camp here and everyone cooperates and stays vigilant, we should be able to manage.
You mean the Great Hall here?
Yes, there's an open ceiling here so we can get a good view of the surroundings. We should also be able to deal with attacks from the second floor. That's a good idea. Let's do that.
That's fine, but what's the point of holding out in the fortress? Don't we need to find the source of the problem as soon as possible?
Of course, but it's important to decide on a base camp, so we'll form an exploration team. We'll do the coordinating later.
Okay, so what are we going to do now?
For now, let's strengthen our defenses and bring our personal belongings from our rooms here so that we don't have any problems in a long battle.
I didn't leave anything important in my room, but I understand.
Also, we haven't slept at all while on guard duty. Could we take a short nap, even if it's just for a little while?
Okay, I understand.
I'll prepare some light meals, so let's get some rest. Have you recovered? Yes, thanks to you all. What were you all doing? I woke up about 30 minutes ago too, and you two were looking around the area. I see. We don't want to cause any more casualties.
Oh, you're awake?
Thanks to you all.
There were some places I wanted to see too, so I moved around a bit.
Do you have any clues?
They said there was a room in this mansion that shouldn't be entered, so I was looking there.
I told you I'd checked that room, but this guy wouldn't listen.
I can see things you can't see.
Oh, really?
I investigated and found that one of the restricted rooms in the West Wing had been cast on a perception blocking spell.
What's that?
Simply put, it's a spell that makes things that are there invisible.
So you found the perpetrator then?
We don't know if there's a perpetrator. We haven't lifted the spell yet. As soon as everyone's ready, we'll take action, so keep that in mind. I'm going to release the spell now. This is fine. Let's go inside.
You're kidding. There weren't any stairs like this the last time I checked.
I explained everything. It really takes forever when you're with an idiot.
Shall I use your backbiting as a target?
Hey, the enemy might be waiting for us right now, so stop fighting. That's right. You two fight as much as you like once you've gotten out of here safely.
I know that. Well, I'm going down.
Can you wait a moment? Isn't it risky for everyone to go in together? We don't know what's waiting in our path. Why don't we split into two groups, one to advance and one to wait, and work together to advance?